Yeah, that's it. Granny won't feel at home without them.
Well, Uncle Fetch.
Looks just like back in the hills, don't it?
Pretty close. Sure hope it takes some of the spite out of Granny.
She's been on her ear in the setting hen all day. You open your mouth and she snaps your head off.
Yeah, she gets that way about once a year. I call it the midwinter feisties.
It's a funny thing about sitting and rocking and playing on the harp and singing. It generally cheers her up.
Yeah, like the poet says, music hath charm to soothe the savage beast.
Kids, LEDs, step roll.
Over here by the cement pond, Granny.
We got things done just in time.
That's a fact.
So here you are. I've been looking all over the house for you. Who done that?
We all did, Granny.
Especially for you. How come?
Because you've been sort of cranky.
Cranky? Me? I ain't never cranky.
Look, you's in a huff right now.
How dare you? Why, I am the sweetest, kindest, most lovable, even-tempered, long-suffering.
Don't hit him no more. I think you got him convinced you're lovable.
I sure hope she never turns mean.
She sat on the porch and rock a spell.
And play your harp.
Yeah, that generally cools your temper.
What temper?
But even Uncle Jed says you's a savage beast.
Help me, boy. We thought having the old cabin up would please you.
You're not fooling me. I know why you put the cabin up. To get me out of the house, you want to get rid of me. Why don't you just shoot me like an old horse and sell my body for glue?
Granny, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, you would make enough glue to put on a postage stamp.
Don't help me, boy.
All right. If nothing pleases you but that I cross over Jordan, so be it.
Granny, we don't want that at all.
Why'd you put my harp up here? All right. I'm on my way to Beulah Land. First, let me make my peace with the Lord. Oh, when the saints come marching in, oh, when the saints come marching in, I wanna be in their number. When the saints come marching in, oh, when the saints come marching in, oh, when the saints come marching in, I wanna be in their number. When the saints come marching in. Shut up! Mr. Drysdale, how would you like to join me in a chorus?
How would you like me to call the police?
Well, if you know a couple that can harmonize, get them over here.
Granny, for years I've done my best to make this the most beautiful and exclusive neighborhood in Beverly Hills. And you come up with this.
Glad to help you, honey.
Help me. You're a scourge and a pestilence and an abomination.
Sister Drysdale, maybe I'm a little oversensitive, but I get a feeling that you ain't altogether pleased.
Pleased? I'm inconsolable.
Oh, good. I was worried.
Oh, what's for you? I'm going to give you an ultimatum.
Well, that's real neighborly of you, but I ain't got nothing ready to give you. Here, take my turn.
That's what I think of all this debris, you loutish hillbilly.
Now I got something ready to give you. A couple of them. This and this. Melbourne! Look at me!
Now, don't get mad, honey. But you don't look much better than you did when you left.
Milburn, you tried. I've been brutally beaten and my hair nearly torn out of my scalp.
I've always told you those beauty shop boys hate women. I even left a little mud pack on your face.
This outrage was perpetrated by that homicidal hillbilly next door. Granny.
You mean Granny did this to you?
Yes. I went over there to complain about that squalid shack they put up. And she assaulted me.
Yeah, she sure did.
Aren't you going to call the police?
Now, not this time. But if you bother the Clampetts once more, I will.
We've got to settle this once and for all. Who is most important to you? The Clampetts with their $70 million. Or me?
You, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Ask a silly question, you get a silly answer.
Hey, forget it. Should have seen Granny whoop Miss Drysdale.
I was protecting our property. She was trespassing.
Well, maybe she come over to talk. Just wanted to get something off her chest.
She sure did. Granny was sitting on it.
I'm ashamed of you. Rolling around wrestling with your neighbor. In the city, women folks don't do that.
Yes, they do, Uncle Jed.
Don't help me, boy.
Well, it's true. And what's more, they wrestle in front of people. They even show it on television.
Ladies? Wrestling?
Yes, sir. And tonight, the Boston Strong Girl is going to fight Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm.
See, Jed, even on television, city women pick on us country girls. I'm going to turn that on right now.
Hey, wait a minute, Granny. Don't come on till after supper. Hey, Granny!
You done let the fox in the hen house now. I sure hope Rebecca wins tonight.
She ain't got a chance, Uncle Jed. Well, last week, the Boston Strong Girl whooped the Bobbsey twins, Mary Poppins, and the farmer's daughter all in the same night.
Well, we better get ready for another siege of the midwinter feisties.
Sure did enjoy that possum stew, Granny.
Glad you liked it, boy. Now tune in that station where the lady wrestlers come on.
Yes, ma'am. It'll be a little while before they's on, though.
That's all right. I don't want to miss nothing. Look, they're fighting already.
He's dancing, Granny.
Oh,
You better help me talk her out of this, Ellie.
sure.
Well, Granny, Emmy has got your bed all ready out in the cabin.
Thank you, darling.
Thanks for fine. I put your hot toddy on the nightstand.
That's a good girl.
Oh, well, I'm ready to turn in.
Me too.
Not me.
Well, Granny's sleepy. Must be plumb past her bedtime. Must be about 7:30.
You all go on to bed. I couldn't sleep no way, worrying about Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm.
Don't worry about her, Granny. She'll do fine.
You want to bet?
You're helping me again, boy.
Well, they don't call that strong girl a beast of Boston for nothing. She's going to tear that little old country gal to pieces.
Well, I'm sure Granny won't want to watch nothing like that.
Heck, that won't bother her. She's a doctor.
I don't know what I'd do without you, Jethro, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Either go to bed or sit down and watch with us.
I'd like to watch you wrestling, Paul.
I got two helpers. Can't lick 'em, join 'em.
Come in.
You sent for me, Chief?
Oh, yes, Miss Hathaway. I want you to take these papers over for Mr. Clampetts' signature.
Well, with all due respect, Chief, it is 7:30, and I don't get paid for overtime.
Well, I'd go myself, but I don't want to miss the Beast of Boston.
She just opened the door for me.
Oh, that's very funny. Margaret will love that. Margaret.
Chief! Sakes, you're not going to tell her what I said.
Yeah, no more talk about overtime pay, right?
Right. Well, just who is the Beast of Boston?
Well, it's another name for the Boston Strong Girl. She's a lady wrestler.
You're kidding.
No, she's terrific. Last week, she beat the Bobbsey twins, Mary Poppins, and the farmer's daughter all in one night.
Those are other female grapplers.
Yes, they're all good, too, but she's beat the best. Pretty Red Wing, the Apache assassin, Nancy Drew, the terrible teeny bopper, and tonight, she's fighting Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bill Baldwin speaking to you from ringside of the beautiful International Wrestling Arena, where tonight the backbreaker from Back Bay, the Boston Strong Girl, will meet the sweetheart of the Smokies, Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm.
You hear that? Rebecca's from the Smokies. That's my country.
Maybe she's your kin.
After this fight, she'll be your next of kin.
There ain't no city woman that can walk a mountain gal.
Down.
Well,
Referee Jane LaBelle is in the ring, and any moment now, our two female gladiators... Those boos and catcalls can mean only one thing. Yes, here she comes. The beast of Beantown, Miss Mean herself, the Boston Strong Girl.
See what I mean? Oh, isn't beautiful. She's going to head up my loan collection department.
Well, you can hear the reception reception this audience is giving the ever unpopular Boston Strong Girl. As she passes our microphone to enter the ring, we'll see if we can get a statement. Would you care to,
I guess you wouldn't.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You might edgy.
Downright spiteful. Don't worry. Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm will fix her wagon.
Hey, here she comes.
Fetching little thing, ain't you?
Pretty as a picture.
What a darling. I could just squeeze her to death.
Boston Strong Girl will take care of that.
Hurt that sweet child, she'll answer to me.
Thanks a lot, fellas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps we can get a statement from Rebecca. Excuse me, Rebecca. Would you care to say a few words for our audience?
Why, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Hello, everybody. Wish me luck.
Rebecca, I just have to ask you this question. What's a sweet little girl like you doing in the wrestling business?
Well, it's the only way I can pay off the mortgage on Donnybrook Farm.
Poor child.
Well, Mama's sick, and my daddy's crippled, and I just gotta save the home place from that mean old banker.
What a rotten kid!
Did you hear what she said?
This is all a put-on. Nobody believes it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Who ever heard of a mean banker? That's it! Kick her again! Stop her! Throw the little tattletale out of the ring! Come on, Boston!
Chief, how can you cheer for that creature? She's mean, she's violent, she's cruel, she's sneaky and underhanded.
Yes. By George, I think I'm falling in love.
All right, you Boston beast. You hurt that little Tennessee gal one more time, and I'm going to give you both barrels.
Don't shoot the TV. She ain't in there.
Yeah, I just got done wiping off your footprints where you tried to kick her.
It's a couple of miles from here, over at the International Arena.
And Jethro says the apparatus match ain't even commenced yet.
Yeah, when that bell rings, old little Rebecca at Donnybrook Farm is really going to get stomped.
She had better.
Jethro could be wrong.
Uncle Jed, I'm an expert. I know every wrestling hope they is.
Good. See if you can put a lip lock on yourself.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, order has finally been restored here at the International Wrestling Arena. The referee has been revived, and Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm appears to have recovered from the brutal beating she received at the hands of the Boston Strong Girl. There's the warning bell, and in just a moment, our two opponents will meet in the center of the ring, shake hands, and this match will be underway. That, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is the undefeated champion, the terror of T-Town, the Boston Strong Girl. Here is our pretty little challenger from the Smoky Mountains, Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm, removing her only pair of shoes to protect them from possible damage. That coin purse contains all the money she has saved so far to pay off the mortgage on Donnybrook Farm. That's a picture of her mother, which she always carries into the ring for inspiration.
Sweetest little girl I ever did see. Told your mama's picture.
Get a hold of yourself.
Yeah, they's pretty near ready to go at it.
Look at that. Rebecca, don't hold no grudge. Wants to shake hands with that beast.
a sham. Nobody's getting hurt, that they've probably been rehearsing for weeks.
I thought I told you to take those papers to Mr. Clampett.
It will be a pleasure. I cannot stand to watch that ridiculous farce another moment.
What on earth is going on in here?
Your husband is fascinated with the Boston strong girl.
Well, bless his heart. The Boston who?
She's a lady wrestler. Good night.
Milton, turn that thing off.
I can't, Margaret. The Boston Strong Girl is winning.
How can anyone of intelligence and breeding watch such trash?
She's beating up on this smart aleck badmouth hillbilly.
Oh, an educational program.
That's her.
Looks like a Radcliffe girl.
And now she's got Rebecca's neck caught in the ropes and they're strangling her. The referee is working furiously to try and save her. She's free. Rebecca is free. Well, wait a minute. The strong girl's got the referee caught in the ropes. And Rebecca is at her mercy.
That's a picture of Rebecca's mom. And that old Boston beast stoked on it. Now she stole Rebecca's life savings.
She ain't gonna save old Donnybrook Farm now.
Jed, you've got to. Where's Jed? Oh, somebody come to the front door and he went to let him in. Jethro, come out back with me. I can't stand to look at that violent woman another minute.
Sit down, Granny. I want to see what happens.
I told you I can't stand violent women. Now, get going. I can't. Don't answer me back. Get out.
There you are, Miss Jean.
Thank you, Mr. Clampett. I'm awfully sorry to have bothered you, but Mr. Drysdale thought it was important.
No bother at all. You want to come in the parlor and watch wrestling on the television?
No, thank you. Good night.
All right.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The referee has awarded the first ball to Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm on a foul. And the Boston Strong Girl is really furious. Don't go away. This second ball is going to be a Lulu.
Where's Granny and Jethro?
Oh, Granny said she couldn't stand no more violence. So she made Jethro go out back with her.
Good, good. He'll see she gets set for the night out in the cabin. Wrestling over?
Oh, no, sir. They just want to have some more.
Oh, well, let's watch for a spell.
Faster, Jethro, faster.
Granny, we'll get arrested.
No, we won't. I'm a doctor on emergency call. I gotta put splints and bandages on that Boston Strong Girl.
She ain't hurt.
I ain't there yet.
Look at that, Margaret. Oh, she's got her now.
Throw her back to the hills.
I'm afraid it's all over now, ladies and gentlemen. Rebecca will never be able to climb back into the ring after that terrible... Wait a minute. Here she comes. No, it's not Rebecca. Could it be her mother?
It's Granny. It's Granny.
Come on, honey. I'll learn you to beat up on a Tennessee girl.
Sweet, kind, lovable, even-tempered, peaceful, long-suffering woman. Granny puts up a pretty good scrap.
thing I know, then turned her loose. She'll be a missus before you know it.
Well, if what she sewed looks as good as these popovers, then...
Don't touch it, Uncle Jed. I said I was hungry enough to eat almost anything, but this popover's alive.
I'm breathing, too.
I'll fix it. Get it, Jethro.
I can't, Uncle Jed. I'm afraid. Thanks, Uncle Jed. I think you saved my life.
Yeah, seems like after all these years of you attacking your food, it's finally getting back at you.
I can see the headline. Vito's revenge. Jethro killed by popover.
Well, no use letting it all go to waste. Can't taste as bad as it looks. I was wrong. Tastes worse. Ellie ain't never gonna get herself a fella using bait like this.
There's still a chance. Man don't live by bread alone.
If he eats some Ellie's, he don't live, period.
Well, if she ever does get herself a husband, I know what to give him for a wedding present. A stomach pump.
And you get yourself cleaned up and stop this spinster talk. Ellie'll get herself a husband.
Gee whiz, what's with you? You're the one that's always calling her an old maid.
Yeah, Granny. Every time Ellie has a birthday, you dress up in a black dress and go in the morning.
Well, I found someone who needs my help in the romance department worse than Ellie.
Quit looking at me.
It ain't you, it's Miss Jane. You know that I heard that poor girl ain't never had a man ask for her hand in marriage.
Well, quit looking at me.
But, Jed, I don't want you to take her out or call on her or court her.
It's a good thing.
All you have to do is propose to her.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, it's hard to refuse.
Good.
But I'm gonna.
Jed, every woman has the right to say she's been proposed to once in a lifetime.
Well, Granny, I'm sure it's a worthy cause, but it ain't worthy enough to get married for.
But, Jed, she won't accept. But that doesn't matter. The important thing is that she will have been asked.
You do the asking.
But, Jed, it has to be you. Somebody that she respects. And slick, handsome, smart, good-mannered.
Hey, are you calling me Granny?
You big... Well, I always say if you can't find a horse, grab a mule.
Are you calling me a mule?
No, Jethro. A jewel. A jewel.
Thanks, Granny. You're sweet, too. Well, I'm going in the kitchen. Even Ellie's popovers ain't as bad as not eating at all.
You don't want to put one of them vicious varmints into your delicate gizzard.
I don't?
No. Wouldn't you rather tickle your taster with bacon and buzzard eggs and eggplant aspic, squirrel and parsnip pie, some corned beaver and cabbage?
Granny, stop. You know them's all my favorites.
I'll fix them all for you. If you just do me one little favor.
A little favor? Heck, for that, I'll prune every tree and bush on all 14 acres of this place. With my teeth.
You don't have to work that hard. You darling, sweet boy.
Oh, Granny. Shucks.
I don't know. Miss Jane may decide it was better never having been asked.
Miss Hathaway, I'd like you to meet Ilse, a new employee I just hired.
How do you do?
Oh, Ilse doesn't speak or understand English.
Then why did you hire her? Stupid question.
Well, Ilse's replacing Wimple, our bank guard.
There's the stupid answer.
Let's show her around, Miss Hathaway.
Chief? What kind of a bank guard will she make?
A great one. With her to look at, you think the crook's gonna care about robbing us?
Me?
Meet Jane.
Howdy, Miss Jane. This is for you.
Jethro, thank you.
I'm afraid I got a little hungry on the way down. I saved the maple and the licorice one for you. I don't like them.
Well, thank you. Are those for me, too?
Oh, yeah. Roses is red, violets is blue. Sugar is sweet. Doggone, I keep forgetting the last part.
And so are you.
So am I what?
I forgot about Elsa. Elsa meets Jethro.
Me, Ilsa.
Jethro.
Huh? Oh, howdy, Miss,
Miss?
Yes. Hey, that's a beautiful name.
Jethro, what was it you wanted?
Oh, I come to invite you out for dinner. Oh, there's something I gotta ask you.
All right, what was it you wanted to ask me?
I forgot, but I'll remember by tonight. I'll pick you up at the... I forgot that, too. I'll call you. Bye. Bye, me, Elsa.
I suppose you're wondering why I accepted a dinner invitation with that simple, bucolic youth. It is not his uncle's $73 million, but rather his pitiable ineptitude with women. I could not bear to see him rejected once again. And, too, I haven't had a date myself for 6 months.
How'd you do, Jethro? Is Miss Jane going out with you?
Granny, I'm in love.
What'd you do? Give you something to eat?
She's the most wonderful, perfect, beautifulest girl in the whole world.
Miss Jane? She did give you something to eat.
Granny, I'm talking about me, Elsa. The girl I'm going to ask to be my wife.
Miss Jane gets to turn you down first.
Can't propose to Miss Jane. I am really in love.
How about our deal? All them victuals I'm cooking for you.
Granny, you just don't understand. This time it's the real thing. Why, me Elsa's my whole life. I adore her. I am crazy mad in love with her. Granny, I'd do anything for her.
Jethro, put your nose to the breeze.
I smell parsnip and squirrel pie.
Tell me all about that girl that you're crazy mad in love with.
What girl?
Jethro?
Gee, don't scare me like that, Uncle Jim. Certainly made me lop my hand off into this pan of gravy.
That would be one way to make it finger licking good.
You're joking, ain't you?
It's groundhog gravy. We having a party?
Nope. All this is what Granny's given me for proposing.
Doing what, Jethro?
Can't tell you, Uncle Jed. Granny told me to keep it a secret, and my lips is sealed.
The only time your lips are sealed is when you got a mouthful of soup.
Go ahead, Uncle Jed. Insult me, bribe me, torture me. Ain't nothing gonna make me tell my secret.
I wouldn't even try.
And you can quit that pleading. When I got a secret, I keep it.
Do that, boy.
Tie me to the rack. Put burning bamboo right underneath my fingernails. Drag me behind wild horses. What'd you say?
I said you keep your secret. Somebody will tell me before long.
Oh, no, they won't. Ellie couldn't, Granny wouldn't, and Miss Jane don't even know that I'm going to propose to her yet. So that only leaves me. And I am just a little bit too smart. That is a dirty trick, Uncle Jed.
No dirtier than the trick you're playing on Miss Jane. She might say yes and get stuck with you.
No, she won't. And I'll tell you why. You see, Miss Jane is what you call intellectual, real educated, and full of fancy manners and high-toned ways.
Yeah.
Well, she ain't gonna marry no chuckle-headed yokel with the manners of a billy goat that's got the roots sticking out of him like quills on a porcupine.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Sure. So all I got to do is pretend that I'm like that for a while. You know, fake it.
Fake it.
Yeah. Of course, I got to forget that I'm a sophisticated international playboy and find out how a country hick would propose to a gal.
That's true.
Would you give me some pointers?
What could I tell a fella's got your way with words?
You can help me be a hayseed. You see, this Beverly Hills sophistication has done rubbed off on me. But thank goodness you're still just as rough as a cob.
Thanks again, boy.
Hey, I got us a pretty good table here, huh, Miss Jane? All the way in the back, right next to the kitchen.
Ordinarily, we do not admit people in costume, but as reservations were made...
Here, I'll get that.
Would Madame care for a cocktail?
If she decides on chicken, she gets the whole bird.
Your pardon?
We'll be ordering a la carte.
Very well.
Hold it. Bring her a double helping of alley carts if she wants. Me, I'm having baked hog livers.
We have no baked hog livers.
All right, then deep fry them in possum fat.
Jethro, they don't have any here.
What about beaver tail? Possum shanks? Go gizzards? Buzzard eggs? And you ain't got no hog livers.
No hog livers.
Thought you said this was a high-class restaurant.
Oh, Jethro, it is. As a matter of fact, they have excellent pâté de foie gras. That's goose livers.
Goose livers? Yeah. How come people eat such things?
We'll be ordering later, and forget about the hog livers.
I wish I could. But you're the second party tonight. That's all of them.
Sure was lucky getting right next to him. They didn't even recognize. Why should they? We look like the average Beverly Hills couple. Jethro proposed to Miss Jane yet? Can't hear through the static.
Is something wrong?
Yeah. It seems I was supposed to ask you something tonight, but I've been so hungry I can't remember what it was.
Doggone, I should have never given this job to old Super Gullet. Propose to her, you big dope!
Miss Jane, has your conscience ever talked to you?
Of course, many times.
Well, what's it like?
Oh, a little voice in your head talking to you?
Well, does it by any chance sound like Granny?
Oh, no, dear boy.
Good. I thought I was hearing things. That's never happened to me before. Knock on wood.
Jethro!
Oh, there goes that voice again. Sure you didn't hear nothing, Miss Jane?
No, lean back and relax. You're probably imagining it.
Yeah, I got an awful strong imagination. I got an awful strong imagination, but it's the first time I ever had a kick to it.
Well, that came from the next booth.
Hey, excuse me, mister, but... Well, howdy there, beautiful. Ellie? Granny.
Jethro.
Oh, just somebody admiring my tie. But they reminded me what I wanted to ask you.
And what is that, dear boy?
Miss Jane, will you marry me?
Jethro. Sweet, innocent Jethro. How could I refuse that plaintive face? How could I say no?
Oh, there's any number of ways. No, nix, never, absolutely not, or just shake your head no.
Jethro, so used to being rebuffed, turned away, scorned, but not from me. For once you shall hear what your heart has been longing to hear. Yes.
Yeah.
You have been rejected for the last time. I shall make the sacrifice. My answer is yes, yes, yes!
No, no, no! Really?
She said yes. Wait till Paul finds out about that. You can wait if you want to. By sunup, I'm going to be across the state line.
If you'd seen how pathetic he looked, you'd have said yes, too.
Oh, well, it's done now. Now, let's see. You'll want someplace that's really nice for your bridal shower. How about here at the bank in the vault? All right. We'll go out someplace. The parking lot. I want to do it. All I ask is that you give me any duplicate gift.
No, it was a mistake. I was caught up in a moment of compassion. I can't marry Jethro.
But he proposed and you accepted. If you back out now, you'll be damaging a sacred institution.
Marriage.
I mean the Commerce Bank. You know how the Clampetts feel about honor and beauty. Why, you might alienate my biggest depositor.
To you, this marriage is only a matter of dollars and cents.
No, it's more than that. It's millions of dollars, millions of cents.
For Mr. Clampett's money, you would sacrifice two people to lives of certain unhappiness.
Now, try me on a hard one.
Well, Jethro means too much to me. We're totally unsuited to one another. In the first place, I'm several months older than he is.
Well, at least you could give matrimony a try. Look what it's done for me. Well, let's forget that. Think of the romance of marriage. A joint checking account. Savings in income tax.
I won't let Jethro pay a lifetime for his one moment of mad infatuation. I'll think of a way out of this. Please watch the phones.
Me either.
Watch them. Don't answer them.
Oh, here you are. What you doing?
Just trying to figure out the best way to commit suicide.
Glad you ain't rushing into it.
About decided I'm gonna take an overdose of food and eat myself to death.
That's a fitting way to go. With your stomach, I ain't sure it's possible.
Quit trying to cheer me up, Uncle Jed. I'm just desperate about having to marry Miss Jane.
I know, boy, but you're honor brown. It's a code of the hills.
And maybe we could find a loophole, huh?
One thing could save you is if Miss Jane changes her mind. Women has been known to do that.
Back chains. You think she's going to give up the prize catch of the century now that she's bagged me?
I suppose not. Being one of them Vassar girls, she's probably mighty impressed with his sixth-grade education.
Forget my brain. What about the way I look?
Well, I wouldn't count on that stopping her. It ain't up to now. Well, what I meant was...
I know what you meant. Boy, the way I get insulted around here, marriage is looking better and better. But it still looks off.
Yeah, I don't give up, boy. Granny's been in the kitchen ever since I brought her home. She's making up a anti-love potion for you.
She better do something. It was her that got me into this.
Now, your stomach had something to do with it, too. I could have stopped him myself, for that matter, but...
All right, Jethro, you're saved. Ellie will be right along with my anti-love potion X4.
What's that?
It's a charm I never dared try before. Marked emergency use only.
Granny, you look plumb tuckered out.
Making X4 really took a lot out of me, Jed. But if you wear it around your neck, it's guaranteed to break up anything from puppy love to passionate romance.
What's that horrible smell?
That's plumb off.
What is it?
Anti-love potion X4. Wear that around your neck, Jethro, and it'll not only rid you of all unwanted sweethearts and fiancés, but it will kill any flying insect within 100 yards.
Any human being within 10.
I'd marry Cousin Bessie before I'd wear that thing.
You'd have to. She wouldn't go near you after.
You and Jethro take anti-love potion X4 out and bury it.
No,
In
Jed.
a deep hole.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And stop on the ground hard before you put it in so the gophers can get away.
A lot of work went into that potion, Jed.
Yeah, I hate to think of what else.
Well, it was the strongest charm in my book. There's nothing left for me to make.
Well, yeah, there is. A wedding cake.
Yes, you're right. He proposed and she accepted. It's the code of the hills.
Only thing I could say is stronger would be a shotgun.
He can use my old engagement ring. It wasn't expensive, but it's got a lot of sentimental value.
Yeah, that's the one your husband carved out of a marrow-bone. Must be a lot of memories attached to it.
Uh-huh. A little gristle, too.
Well, there won't be by the time Jethro gets it to the bank. I'll go call Miss Jane and tell her he's coming.
I'm back. Any messages?
Hello.
Wonderful.
Miss Hathaway, Mr. Clampett called. Your fiancé is coming by with your engagement ring.
Jethro will have to keep his diamond. I have decided to come right out and tell him I cannot marry him.
No. You can't hurt a person like that.
It's better that Jethro suffer the agony now than to live with this dream even a day longer.
I'm talking about hurting me. What if we lose the Clampett account?
But I feel that honesty is the best policy.
What kind of crazy nonsense is that? I'm going to stop Jethro.
Howdy, Miss Jane. I got an engagement ring for you, but hope you won't mind my tooth marks on it.
Jethro, my lovesick Lothario, I have bad news for you. I cannot marry you.
What?
Your heart must hurt, but the pain will... Yes, you must try to forget me. Try.
Hot dog, I'm a free man! Free!
Hello.
Me, Elsa!
Nine. Me, Ilsa. You, 73 million.
Mr. Clampett said Jethro's already left.
He's out there. Oh, I just told him. I hope he's able to forget. He must try. Look at him suffering. trying to forget. That's right, my brave boy. Try to forget. Try.
Hail to the
giant! What are they hailing you about?
Hey, we's hailing the champ, not the chimp.
That's you, like it says on the cake.
Yeah. Grappling Granny.
What is all this nonsense?
Ain't nonsense at all. You up the Boston Strong Girl, and she was a champion lady wrestler.
So now that makes you the champion lady wrestler.
Give it a loving cup, Bessie.
I don't want no loving cup, and no crown neither. And you take that sign off of my good bathrobe. I ain't no lady wrestler.
The heck you ain't. You throwed the Boston Strong Girl plumb out of the ring.
Oh, I may watch you on the television.
We proud of you.
I only done that 'cause she was beating up on that poor little Tennessee girl, Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm.
I don't make no never mind. You done it, and that makes you the champ.
That's right.
Sure does.
No, it don't. I'm a peace-loving woman, and I don't want to be tarred with the brush of violence.
Gee whiz, Granny, you...
I don't want to hear no more about it.
But you're famous. Everybody's seen you on the television.
Not another word. I didn't whoop that woman for fame or glory. I did it to right her wrong. And now that it's over, I want to forget it.
Youngins?
And that goes for you, too.
Well, I'm just going to tell the youngins if that's the way you want it, that's the way it's going to be.
That's the way I want it.
Then that's the way it's going to be. All right, youngins, let's get on with our chores.
Oh, Ellie, did you sure enough see me on television when I whomped the Boston Strong Girl?
You ordered her not to talk about that.
Do you want me to go to prison?
Prison?
The Constitution guarantees her the right to free speech. She could haul me up before the Supreme Court.
Oh, I don't reckon Ellie'd do a thing like that.
Of course not.
Stand up for your rights, child. Where's your spunk? Remember, you are the granddaughter of the world's champion wrestler.
We both saw you, Granny, and you was something there.
You turned that old Boston Strong Girl every way but loose.
I was there in person when Granny slung her into the 6th row of seats.
You know how I done that, boy? I put the Possum Ridge paralyzer on her, and then I give her the bug tussle bounce.
I spent a bundle promoting you as the Beast of Boston. After that fiasco last night, they're gonna start calling you the Massachusetts Milquetoast. Why didn't you and Rebecca do the fight like we rehearsed it? Whose idea was it to run in that little old lady?
Wasn't it yours?
Of course not. I wasn't even in town.
I never saw her before in my life.
Must be Rebecca. Oh, if that little broad changed the script on me, or... Send in Rebecca. That's what I get for taking a topless waitress and giving her a chance to become an actress. What's the idea of wearing your Rebecca outfit in the daytime?
Granny invited me over, and she'll be expecting me to look like this.
Granny?
She's the little old lady who threw her out of the ring last night.
So you are the one who put her in the act?
No, she's not a performer.
What?
She's a real little old lady from Tennessee.
Kill those lights. We'll look at this film. If she's for real, you are in big trouble.
Don't tell me that that was a real little old lady from Tennessee. It had to be a stuntman in drag.
No, honest. That was a grandmother.
Okay, back to your tugboat, Annie.
You mean I'm out of show business?
That's right. Yes, come in.
Mr. Booth, the television station just sent these over. They're all about last night's wrestling match, and they've been flooded with phone calls.
Bring back the little old lady and the Boston Strong Girl. Greatest fight ever. How about a rematch? And book Tennessee Terror and Beast of Boston on Ed Sullivan's show. Guarantee, Phil, Houston Astrodome, Grappling Granny, Strong Girl rematch. All right, you're back in show business. Well, come on, where can I find this little granny?
I'm on my way to see her now. She wants to talk to me about the mortgage on Donnybrook Farm.
Don't tell me she believes that story about you wrestling just to pay off the mortgage?
Yeah, she even believes the part about the mean old banker who's going to foreclose on my sick mama and my crippled daddy.
Hey, I write a pretty good script, huh? Well, come on, let's not keep the little lady waiting. Call the television station. Tell them that we got Granny and the Boston Strong Girl for a rematch. I want plenty of publicity.
Yes. How do you know she'll fight again?
Are you kidding? Did you get a load of those clothes and the old army shoes? For $20, she'll kill you.
Howdy there, Granny.
Well, it's little Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm.
Yeah. Rebecca, honey.
Oh, Granny.
This is my son-in-law, Jed Clampett.
All right, Miss Rebecca. Pleased to meet you.
Oh, thank you, sir. The pleasure is mine.
Ain't she sweet?
Who's the fella bring you?
Oh, that's Mr. Gene Booth, a gentleman I'm very beholden to.
Mr. Booth, I'm Jed Clampett.
Oh, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I hope you'll excuse the mess. I was just trying to fix Granny's turn.
You must be the handyman around here.
Well, I do the best I can.
And, Granny's the cook?
Yeah, the dandy, too. I hope you stay for victuals.
Tell me, does she make much of a salary?
No salary at all. Just room and board, same as the rest of us.
Mr. Booth, Rebecca tells me that you're the man who pays them women to get up in that ring and fight.
I only do it for patriotic reasons.
Patriotic reasons?
Exactly. It promotes physical fitness, helps solve the unemployment problem, fights poverty. And it helps a little farmer's daughter like Rebecca here learn a trade and earn an honest dollar. And I can do the same for you, little lady.
What you mean?
If you'll fight the Boston Strong Girl again, I will pay you the sum of, $10.
$10?
Tell you what, to help you buy a new churn, I'll make that 20.
Forget it. The joke teller here is making me a new churn.
Besides, Granny promised me she wouldn't scrap no more.
I'm retiring, undefeated.
Now, Granny, just think. The proceeds from your match would help poor Rebecca pay off the mortgage on Donnybrook Farm.
My mama's sick, and my daddy's crippled.
Jed, I've just come out of retirement.
Oh, you didn't. How much is the mortgage, Rebecca?
Well,
$10,000. That's a 10 and a comma and 3 zeros.
Must have left my money in my other pants.
Oh, so.
Come on in, I'll write you a check.
Check. A check. Yes, that's a good idea. You do that, yes.
Come on in, Centerfile.
His check won't be any good.
Oh, yes, it will. When it bounces, Granny goes in the ring, or he goes to jail.
I got you now!
Get up from there, Jethro.
I can't!
I'm using that house you showed me, Granny. Tennessee toe torture.
Well, let him go. We've got company. Miss Rebecca and Mr. Booth is here. Howdy.
Howdy. Hey, Granny, will you make Ellie stop whooping me?
You can whip him?
Ellie can whoop anybody, except Jed and me.
Wow. What a family tag team. Nothing.
Here you are, Miss Rebecca. Now that mean old banker you spoke about can't foreclose the mortgage.
Oh, thank you, sir.
20,000?
Yeah, I sweetened it a mite to help take care of her sick mama and her crippled daddy.
Let's go, Rebecca.
Can't you stay for victuals?
Thank you, no, but we have pressing business.
Oh, I cooked up a great big pot of goat tripe.
Sorry. You must have mighty pressing business if that don't keep you.
Yeah. Well, thanks again.
I hope this ain't goodbye.
Oh, no, we'll be back.
Did you hear that, Jed? They's coming back.
Yeah, Granny, once you said goat tripe, you had 'em.
Excuse me, Chief. That young lady we saw wrestling on television last night is here, Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm.
You mean that sniveling little creep who shot off her mouth about the mean old banker foreclosing the mortgage?
Yes,
Smoke, kick her out of the office. Throw her down the elevator shaft.
Actually, it's her manager who wants to see you. He has a check for $20,000.
Well, show him in. Any friend of Rebecca is a friend of mine.
Come in, please.
Thank you.
Mr. Drysdale, Mr. Gene Booth.
Oh, I'm pleased to meet you, sir. And you don't have to tell me who this is. It's my little sweetheart of the ring, Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm. Oh, such a pretty little thing.
Thank you, sir.
But you know, darling, you mustn't say that bankers are mean. Oh, no, we are sweet and kind, gentle, generous, a friend to rich and poor alike.
You know, I'm glad to hear you say that, because a poor handyman just gave me a bum check on your bank for $20,000.
I'll kill him! I'll put him in prison for the rest of his life!
Well, now, I don't want him in prison. I just want to force his family to fight in a tag team match. And if you can confirm that this is a bad check, I can do it.
J.D. Clampett, why did he give you this check?
He thinks he's paying off the mortgage on Donnybrook Farm.
And helping my sick mama and my crippled daddy.
Well, that check is good.
Not anymore.
You can't do that. Now who am I going to get to fight?
Get her sick mommy and crippled daddy.
Fine, you dirty crook.
You come out in the hall and call me that, and you'll get your teeth kicked in.
Okay, let's go.
Chief, please, he's a powerful-looking man.
Now, don't be frightened. Just get out there and kick his teeth in. Yes, I'm going to take care of the mean one. All right now, blabbermouth. You're going to get yours.
Vicious kids today. Man isn't safe in his own office.
Okay, come on, Terry. Don't do that, you nut. You're supposed to be Rebecca's crippled father.
And remember, Mama, you're sick.
Well, look who's here.
Little Rebecca's come back.
Folks, I'd like you to meet my mama from Tennessee.
Howdy, ma'am.
Pleased to meet you. How are you, honey?
Well, she don't say much. She's got to save her strength for coughing. And this here's my daddy.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir. Maybe you best hang on to your cane. I'm Jed Clampett. This is my daughter, Ellie.
Howdy.
And this here is Granny.
I declare they's in awful bad shape for Tennessee folks.
Yeah. How'd your daddy get so crippled up?
Well, he
He fell off old Smoky.
Oh. Well, y'all come in. Sit down.
Let me help you down the steps.
Leave me be, Mr. Booth. Daddy's proud.
Proud as a dog with two tails.
Good thing he's got a spare. I think he just busted one. Sit down and rest a while, old-timer. I'll fetch you in some horse-mint tea.
Oh, no, we can't stay, Granny. We just dropped by so you could show Rebecca's folks some of your wrestling holes.
Wrestling holes?
Yes. Mom and Daddy and I gotta wrestle the boss's strong girl and her folks.
How come?
We need the money to pay off the mortgage on Donnybrook Farm.
I'll give you money for that and more to boot.
Oh, I meant to tell you about that. Rebecca's folks wouldn't let her cash the check. They're too proud. Except charity.
Bruce, send daughters of Tennessee.
Well, that's fine, but they ain't in no shape to wrestle. They's too old to fight and too weak to run.
They insist on it.
We've been challenged.
It's an affair of honor.
Feud.
Hey, we's talking about the feud? I ain't hungry.
The feud! You know, with the Boston Strong Girl, and her father, the weightlifter, and her mother, the blacksmith.
Bring 'em on!
Oh, we can't let these poor folks fight them big brutes. Let's do it, Burl.
Well, now, Ellie, we ain't got no quarrel with... Come in.
I'm the father of the Boston Strong Girl. Where are those sniveling cowards from Tennessee?
There ain't no such thing as a sniveling coward from Tennessee. I'm from Tennessee.
Then you're a sniveling coward.
Stranger, I'm going to have to ask you to take your hand off of Granny.
Granny? So you're the bullet that beat up on my daughter?
Yeah, and I'm going to do the same thing to you. I'll help you, Granny.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. If you're gonna have a family fight, have it at the international arena.
We ain't aiming for no fight, Mr. Booth. Our family ain't been provoked.
You ain't, huh?
How we been provoked?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bill Baldwin speaking to you from ringside at the International Wrestling Arena, where tonight an overflow crowd is waiting to see the tag team match of the century, Grappling Granny and the Clampetts versus the Boston Strong Girl and her family. At any moment now, our gladiators will be making their entrance.
I don't understand how you can let the Clampetts risk their necks like this.
How could I stop? They claim they're fighting a feud, an affair of honor.
That roar of welcome is for the battlers from Bud Tussle, the Clampett family.
Well, you didn't have to encourage them by buying them new robes.
We bankers are notoriously generous.
Here they come. Notoriously generous. It's too bad there wasn't room for your name.
Wait till Ellie takes off her robe.
Now you can hear the boos and catcalls that always greets the Boston Strong Girl, accompanied tonight by her equally repulsive parents. Our fight promoter, Gene Booth, certainly looks happy. He'll make a mint tonight.
Now, folks, this is a tag team match. Only one of you can be inside the ring at a time. Now, who'd like to start?
Let me be first. I'm the champion.
All right, Granny. Now, if you need any help, you reach to the ropes and tag another member of your team.
This is a tag team match. Only one in the ring at a time.
We're wrestling our rules.
Not while I'm here.
Okay.
Granny, looks like all three of us coming at you.
Want us to jump in there and help?
No, I think they just want to shake hands.
Granny is stunned. She's at the mercy of those three Boston brutes. This is going to be a slaughter.
Get up, Granny.
Are you hurt? You need our help?
It's all right, Jed. There's only three of them.
She's tripped her father. And now, believe it or not, she's holding him by the ankles and swinging him around like a flail. Granny has knocked the Boston Strong Girl and her mother out of the ring. There goes the father. The fight is over. Granny has won single.
Really, you embarrass me. Can't we leave now? We have work to do at the office.
Oh, sure. Let's go.
This wasn't in his script.
No, wait a minute. I can explain it. Look,